Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making a bridge fold card, which is what I have here. So you just fold them flat either way, and they'll fit into a regular size envelope. Okay, I'm using the Flowering Cactus product medley. This comes with everything that you need, and it can be used in our little mini. You get the stamp set, the dies, twine, felt pieces, and your designer series paper, and then you are also able to order refills. So when you get done using all this, you can order your refills. So like I said, I'm using everything from the product medley, paper, everything. I did want to show you, so they have two dies in here that cut out the cactuses, this one and this one. I took my scan and cut, and I just cut out, it comes with, let me show you, one of the piece of papers has a, it has all of these prints on it, and like I said, it will cut out, this one will cut out these, to me they look like heart shapes, and then the other one will cut out this shape. So the dies will do that, but I took to my scan and cut, and I cut them out on my scan and cut, and then I cut a little background for them so that they would be matted. So that's another thing that you can do if you want to. I did one without the matting, and I did the other one with the matting. So I like them both. I think they're both fine, but since I have the matting, I'm just going to use the matting. Okay. Put the little flowers in there and everything. It's got dies for the little flowers, so you'll be able to cut out some shapes with all of that. All right, so here are these are the dies. So you'll be able to make some more, of course. Cuts out these. It has a die for this, has a die for that. So it has a die for all of those. I'm using You Are a Rare Find, My Dear Friend. And then on the back side, I'm putting Happy Valentine's Day. I don't think I showed you the back side. So, and then on the back side, I put Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to show you how to do that two-tone stamping as well. So let's go ahead and let's get that done so we don't have to, we can let that dry. All right, so this piece of paper measures about 3 inches, about 3.5, but you don't need it quite that long. I'm just giving myself some extra room here. And it is 3/4 of an inch wide. So I'm going to open my Calypso Coral and my Highland Heather. And I'm going to use my Calypso Coral first. And what I'm doing is I am just tapping on my Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to tap just where they meet with the Highland Heather, just to get a little extra something there. And then we'll stamp that on our paper, and then you just have a little, just kind of cute. You can do that with any of the inks as long as you go from lightest to darkest. So let me get this out of the way so that I don't set something on it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the Happy Valentine's Day here. I have a piece of Whisper White. I'll give you all the measurements in a moment, but this is just a piece of the basic white, I'm sorry. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go about halfway. I should put my sticker on this, it would be easier, with the Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to go just a little bit over, hopefully, yep, with the Highland Heather. this is going to go right in the middle. There we go. I got a little bit of ink up there, but I'll figure that out. It's not enough for me to trash it. So I'll probably take my, I have a, after it dries, a mono sand eraser that I got on Amazon. I'll probably take that and put that up there. Or maybe that's where I'll put, I have some flowers to put on the back. That is probably where I'll put my flowers. Okay, get this out of the way as well. I don't want to get my other pieces of paper in there. All right, so for the bridge fold card, you're going to need a piece of basic white that is 4 1/4 by 8. Okay, 4 1/4 by 8. And we are going to score that at 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, and oh, why is that? That's way too long. Okay, I have to cut this off a little bit more. 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. And this is way too long. This is 10 1/2 inches. I thought that kind of looked funny, but it only needs to be 8, so I must have cut it on the wrong side. Make sure I cut it on the right part here, so we'll put that in at 8. This side. Okay. There we go. That's better. All right, and I skipped track, so I'm just going to go in on this side with my bone folder and with my scoring tool and just push that out. There we go. All right, so we're going to fold this one back and this one forward and this one back and this one forward. All right, so there's our basic, there's your card for the bridge fold card. All right, I'm also going to be using a couple of different papers. This one, I use this one, this is just a bigger, this is pretty much the same thing, it's just a bigger print. So this piece measures, all right, let's do this here. All right, you're going to need 4 of these. These are going to go on here, and these measure 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. This one measures 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, then you're going to need, so you need 2 of those, and then you're going to need 2 of a different pattern, and they're all the same, 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. Okay. I didn't like this on the other cards. I used this pattern and just turned it over, but I wasn't so crazy about this pattern, so I decided to use the same pattern that I had used before. So this, make sure your cacti are going the correct way. All right. And then these ones are going to go on the inside. Just trying to get your borders all the same. Still snowing a little bit out, just flurrying. We got another 8 inches yesterday. We got 8 inches last weekend. But this time it was on the weekend, so no snow day. It's all right. I hear there's more coming. All right, so let's make sure I have it the correct orientation here. All right. And that one's right. Right. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Now we need, yes, okay, so you need, for the bridge, you need a piece of the basic white that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then you need the piece that goes on top. Your designer series paper is 1 1/8. So I don't know what I said. This is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. This one is 1 1/8 by 5 3/8. So I want to make sure I give you the correct measurements there, because sometimes I don't always say what I mean. All right, so that's going to go on there. All right, now I'm just going to take a little bit of my Stampin' Seal. I don't ever have any problems with this until I get on camera, and then it fights me. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit, just about 1 inch wide on one end. I'm going to fold this flat. I'm going to lay this on my grid paper, and I'm going to come up about 3/4 of an inch, so that's 3 squares, and put that flat right up against the edge. All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to lay this flat, get my grid paper here, and then I'm going to make sure that this comes up 3/4 of an inch, or 3 squares. And then there you go. There's your bridge fold card. All right. I like that paper too. I like both papers, but I don't know, for some reason I really like that paper. Maybe I will, okay. Let me take, get ahead of myself here. Oh, I forgot to cut myself a mat for that. So I'm going to have to cut a mat for that. Okay, I'm going to bring in my mini, and my number 1, my number 2. I have a piece of Whisper White, or not Whisper White, I'm going to have to get used to saying basic white. I'm going to use the largest stitched circle. This is just a scrap. Right. Oops. Get this up out of the way here. Get this out. Put this back so I do not lose it. All right, so now let's see. I don't know if this one, so I had planned on using this heart-shaped one, because that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a heart shape. But maybe yeah, this one's not big enough for That one's not big enough. So we'll just continue to use the heart-shaped one, because really I'm using Happy Valentine's Day anyway, so I want it to reference something of the heart. And I thought this cactus looked like a heart. So that's really the reason why I picked it out. So we'll just put this on here. And again, I have this one backed with Old Olive. I'm going to take a couple of the purple felt embellishments. There we go. I'm going to take a couple of our glue dots here. And we'll put one over here. And I'll put the bigger of the two over here. And then I'm going to take another one. I'm going to put it in half. And then I'll take the smaller one and put that one over here, just like that. Okay, so it kind of draws in some of the color anyway. All right, so now I will take some more of my Stampin' Seal here. Like I said, only when I'm on camera. It's crazy. Alright, and then that's going to go on here. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so then I'm going to take my little piece of my sentiment, and all I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut off a little bit. So it really ends up being like, I think it's like 2 3/4 or something like that. But this way you don't have to, oh, I'm going to need that. You don't have to make sure that you're getting it on the inside. And I think I kind of got it really more to the bottom. I think I will just take off just a tad. There we go. It just makes it easier to take it off after you've stamped it. Okay. I like that two-tone. I think it looks really nice. Okay, let me get a piece of coming off. Okay, there we go. So like I said, this is just a mono sand and rubber eraser for ink and pencil. All right, let me get a piece of Highland Heather. Highland Heather, oops, is going to measure the same as the inside piece. So that was 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Right? Yes. And then that's going to go, oh, I measured them the same. Whew, okay, so we need 4. I think I'll take it off of, this should measure 4. by 2 3/4. I think I'm going to take a little bit off each side because I actually got it pretty good in the middle there. So 2 3/4. There we go. This is the third time that I've done this video, so I'm not surprised I forgot something. All right, now this will go onto this, yes. All right. So this is going to get put right in the middle here. Okay. And then this is going to go on the back. So you can just fold that flat. Put that right in the middle. Then I'm going to take a couple of the little flowers that I cut out, and those are going to go up there in the corner. Right there. Then on the front here, I'm going to take some of the pastel pearls, and I'm going to take, let's see, one of the dark ones. And one down here. And then I took some of the twine and I made a double bow. And I will get a glue dot here. I'm just going to kind of wad that up. I'm going to put that over here. And then put this bow right on here. Just like that. And then I am done. What do you think? I kind of wish I had some different color pearls, but I don't. I could color some in Calypso Coral, but then that would, I'd have to wait for them to dry. So I will just leave those like that. So what do you think? Here's the 3 that I made. I think they all look pretty similar. Okay. Well, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.